everyone. It's Claudia, and welcome to the 200th episode of Take a Moment To. I couldn't be happier. I don't know where the time has gone, but it's the 200th episode, and thank you for joining me. Now, take a moment to dot dot dot. That represents the new topic that I bring to you each and every week that I hope will, kind of inspire you, motivate you, get you to think about what I'm talking about, and maybe even provoke you to change perspective just a little bit. Um, this podcast has obviously been going on for a little bit, and it's got been changed dramatically since January. I'm one of those people that plan everything out, but the Lord has changed all of that as of the beginning of this year, and I show up, and I just show up, and yeah, today is one of those definite episodes where I'm showing up and like I've got the giggles. I think I'm just so happy there right now. And it's been a time of discovery. It's been a time of learning more about myself. I hope you've been on this journey with me, discovering things about yourself, allowing me to be vulnerable for you, in front of you, with you, and letting myself just express what I think on different topics as the Lord gives me the words to say. I'm grateful for that. Sometimes I prepare a little more, sometimes I don't, depending on the topic, but usually I just sit down and ta-da. Sorry, I just can't help giggling today. It's going to be one of those episodes, I think. So you can find me on my YouTube channel, Take a Moment To, and on podcast stations under the same title. I do post on social media, and I invite you to like, subscribe, and share. Well, I would love to have you let me know what you think, and I'm happy to respond when you do. So, with all of that, this week, my 200th episode week, is Take a Moment To Be Uninhibited. And this kind of came up yesterday. I was talking with a friend and talking about the changes I've been through, changes he's been through, and what God's been doing in our lives. And it just was like, it was one of those aha moments. Like I said, this has been a time of discovery, discovering who I am. And it's been, wow. Um, I was someone that I was always afraid of what people would say, what they would do, what they would think. And that is a mindset that can really hold one back in terms of being themselves, of being just free to be themselves, not worrying about another person's perspective on who they are, who they should be. And I have spent so many years of my life trying to be what others wanted me to be, trying to do what others wanted me to do. And so many good years, I'm not going to say no, but I was basically suppressing me. And I'm in this place now. I'm still growing. I'm still discovering. I'm still learning. And that's all good. But I realize I am not the same person anymore. I'm much more relaxed. I'm really not too concerned what anybody thinks. Here I am expressing my opinion in this format. I have an opinion. You have an opinion. I'm not going to sweat if somebody disagrees with me anymore. I used to get all like, tensed up when that would happen, but not anymore. I've learned how to express myself. I've learned how to be myself, and it's so freeing. And I guess the word to describe it is I have become uninhibited. Years ago, I'm backtrack a little bit. As some of you know, you followed me. I was spent a lot of years in corporate America. I have my MBA in management. I've run major businesses and stuff like that. And I was good at it, but I didn't enjoy myself. I didn't like it. I was working around the clock, and I was basically killing myself. Basically, that's what I was doing. And it wasn't until 9/11 that I left corporate, and in prayer, the Lord spoke to my heart, and I got moved into my childhood dream, acting, and I moved out to California. And that was almost 20 years ago. Yikes. I don't know where the time went. It's been a roller coaster ride. And I have relaxed a lot since I've been out here. I was so corporate when I came here. I identified with the corporate mentality, being structured, being buttoned up, being always disciplined and prepared, and all that kind of stuff. And those are all good things, and I'm not going to make stay with me. But I've learned to relax into who I am. I actually, the California lifestyle has really gotten a hold of me now. Uh, it's like, even today, I'm still in my workout gear. I don't care. Like, you can only see from here up, so okay. But I figured it kind of was fitting with the topic today to be uninhibited. And I'm learning I'm more relaxed around people because I'm not fearing people, even people in authority. I used to be so concerned about what they thought of me. Were they going to like my work? Were they going to promote me? Was I not? If I made a mistake, was I going to get fired? Or, all that kind of stuff. And even anybody who looked like they would had some position of authority over me. But now I've come to realize that Jesus is my authority, God is my authority, the Holy Spirit is my leader, my guide, and everything else. And that is very freeing. And the Lord says, "Whom the Son sets free is free indeed." Yes, I am a work in progress, as many of us are. And that's why we need to keep growing, keep developing. Now, when I came out here and I was pursuing my acting career, I was blessed with a phenomenal acting teacher. And I think I may have said this story before, but I don't remember if it works for today. And he saw that I was somebody so conscientious and diligent in doing the work, making sure I had everything buttoned up. And I'm one of those, I need to be what's called off book. I need to be memorized in my lines because that frees me up to perform. I don't want to have to be thinking about the lines. And when I moved out here, I still had that corporate mentality. I hadn't been acting very long, only about maybe a year and a half or two. And he gave me a scene to do with a scene partner. And I was, I don't know what I was doing, but I certainly wasn't uninhibited. I was so stressed out and so tense. I couldn't relax in the scene. I was so worried about, am I doing it right? Am I making mistakes? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Blah, 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 blah. And in his infinite wisdom, he called me and he said, "I just want to talk to you." He said, "I can see that you have talent and you have passion for this and you do your work." He said, "But what is going on with you that you don't seem to relax? You're just so tense with all of it." And we talked for a while, and then I wound up breaking down and crying because I still had such a corporate mindset of being performance based, worrying about what other people thought of me, worrying about the I's dotted and the T's crossed. I couldn't become a character. I couldn't absorb what was going on and be able to portray that person freely and in an uninhibited way. And I broke down and cried. And he allowed me to do that. But it was a very freeing moment. So I want to ask you, what is inhibiting you? What's causing you to hold back and not be yourself? Now, I'm just going to reach over this. I've been planning on doing this, but um, I did write a book. I've pointed it out before, and it's My Wall is Red, a memoir of discovery. And it is on Amazon.com. And I'm very vulnerable here. And a lot has happened since I wrote this book, and I'm sure there will be a follow-up. I'm not sure when just yet, but I know there will be. Because I'm a different person than even when I read this. And even though I've made some tremendous strides in growing in this book and that I talk about, and the synopsis is My Wall is Red personifies victory. Be inspired to discover who you were born to be. And in this book, I go through who I was and how I've come into understanding what I was born to do, my destiny. And I'm all about that. I'm all about makes you passionate, what drives you, what to discover who you are, who you were born to be, what is your voice, what do you think, go after what your heart's desire is. God put it there for you. And I encourage people in this book to be uniquely themselves, to not worry about what others think. It's like I say this on the back cover. This will provoke you to discover your passion and the courage to live life on your terms. In victory, you can overcome the weight of trying to fit into a world of conformity and embrace that you are uniquely you. Anybody who knows me knows I'm uninhibited in terms of sharing my emotions. And one of the things I went through a few years ago, I was in a serious car accident and I had a brain injury and it affected my cognitive skills. And one of the things, I've made a lot of progress. And one of the things that I got seriously affected on was I no longer have a filter. So I got freed up in even that because I was so diplomatic. I had to be watching every single word I said. Now I'm like this stream of consciousness that whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. I have learned to be a little bit more diplomatic in certain things, but a lot's funny because a lot of people think I'm just from New York. So, yeah, she's a New Yorker. But I am who I am. And it has been a blessing for me as an actress. And I was told from the therapist I was working with at that time to help me get back my skills, which I'm grateful for. She said I was given a gift because as an actress, it helped me be uninhibited, to just be in the moment, to live in the moment, to allow me to just go with whatever's going, to do my work, be prepared, but just let it go. But oh yeah, got to tell you, I'm being uninhibited. My teacher in the conversation I had with him, he said, be prepared, do the work, read the script, understand the character, and then when you're ready to perform, just let it go. Just let it go. So I'm feeling like that's kind of the lesson today. Be diligent, do what you know to do and what you're called to do. But when you're in the moment, take in the moment, enjoy the moment, let it go. Embrace where you are, embrace what's happening, be open to receive the gift of God's giving you every moment of every day. Planning everything out cuts us off from being uninhibited. It inhibits us, actually. Planning everything, in fact, every I dotted, every T crossed, which is what I said I was, it just hampers our ability to enjoy life. It hampers our ability to be in the fullness of who we are because we're so concerned and watchful about how we might come across. I'm so grateful that's not me anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of for my podcast audience. There's a lot of pauses going on here because I'm in the moment right now, and I'm listening to my own voice and how where I've come and how I've been discovering myself. And here I go. I've learned too that I can go from laughing to crying without even thinking about it because my emotions just come out, and that's who I am. And I don't make excuses for it anymore. I don't. And it's a wonderful place to be. So I accept me. Maybe it's unnerving to other people. Deal with it. Just deal with it. But I am me. I'm accepting me. I'm living in the moment more. I'm enjoying the moments more. There's some people in my life who may disagree with me on that one a little bit, but I know where I was before they met me. So this is like 180 degrees from where I used to be. And I'm so grateful. And I think one of the most important things in being uninhibited, and I'm just realizing that I'm having one of those epiphany moments, is gratitude. Be grateful for who you are. Be grateful for the life that you have. That's freeing because we're always trying to compete against somebody else or do what somebody else has. That inhibits us as well. Take what you have, enjoy what you have, go with what you have, live in what you have. Be grateful to God for every moment He has blessed you with. So ponder that. And this week, I encourage you to take a moment to be uninhibited.